What's up, guys? Welcome to the Subscriber Text Game Breakdown. This is a series where I break down your interactions and tell you what I personally would have done better to maximize the success of the specific interaction. This one's going to be pretty interesting. This is a guy who's talking to a girl on Bumble. They had set up a date, and then the girl flaked. So we're going to go over this and see what the guy could have done better to minimize the chance of her flaking, and then how he could have handled the situation better afterwards. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into the text screenshot. So this is Bumble, so the girl has to open him first, and she says, hey, how's your Tuesday going? Which is pretty standard opener. You're gonna get on Bumble. It's gonna be, hey, how's your day going? Hey, how are you? Hey, how was your weekend? Something like that. He says, great, just finished a big workout, looking nice and fit for our date. So he's going for the close pretty fast, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. She says, haha, that is the best response I've got ever to how's your day going. Definitely earned you a date. He says, haha, what is your view on wine and witty banter with cute internet guy? So this is his first mistake. I don't like that text for two reasons. First of all, he's playing into her frame of she's the prize. And again, I don't think she's purposely sitting there, okay, I'm gonna prize frame myself. It's just a subconscious thing that a lot of girls do. So I would have probably flipped her around and said, now you have to earn yours with a devil emoji or something like that. Basically saying that, no, I'm the prize. You have to earn a date with me. Secondly, I don't like internet guy because he's kind of playing into the whole, oh, this is sketchy because we're meeting on the internet thing without realizing it. So I would never say that. What's your view on wine and witty banter with a handsome man? That's much better wording than cute internet guy, right? There's just poor wordage right there. So she says, well, I love wine. And again, just because you're getting positive response doesn't mean it was the optimal text. She says, well, I love wine and banter is always fun. So I think it's a definite yes. He says, are you feeling spontaneous? So this is basically a hard close because he's trying to meet up with her that night. I would not have gone for the hard close this early on. This is literally his third text to this girl. He's already asking her to hang out that night. I think it's definitely premature. I would have said something like, so I think it's a definite yes. I would have said, good. We should get together sometime soon then. I would have soft closed here. And again, you might be thinking, well, she already said yes. That's okay. There's no such thing as getting too much compliance. I always like to small chunk compliance, and just build it up, right? Then when she said, yeah, sounds good, I would have said, what's your schedule like, right? So I like my progression to when I close to be very smooth. Are you feeling spontaneous tonight? That's not smooth. She says, well, I kind of just got off work from working with kids all day. Spontaneous how? He says, split a nice bottle of wine. Everyone needs a day off to relax every now and then. She says, well, how about this? We plan for some time this weekend, and I'll get the wine. So, yeah, if she's been working all day on her feed, she's probably a nanny or with kids, she's going to be tired, she's going to be cranky. She's not going to hang out with you that night. So at this point, I would have just been like, okay, I'm not meeting her that night. It's time to stop pushing it. He says, breaking my heart, which is a text I use when a girl reschedules on me. The problem is that she didn't reschedule on you because you guys never had plans to begin with. So, yeah, I don't think this text was good here. She says, we plan for sometime this weekend, I'll get the wine. I would have just said, sounds good. How's Friday or Saturday night? She says, I'm sorry, but I'm a gross mess, haha, and I want to look good best for our date. He says, how about we plan for later tonight? My weekend's kind of busy. I'll throw in a massage for being a champ. He's wasting his breath here because this chick is not going to meet up with you that night. And by pushing for it, all you're doing is basically making yourself seem a little needy, like you need to get laid that night, which is going to be a turnoff for some girls. Now, he's not really quite there yet, but he's kind of flirting with that line. She says, oh my God, I really can't. I'm sorry. What about like Friday? He says, I'll pencil you in for Friday night. So I have a small correction here. Instead of saying, I'll pencil you in for Friday night, I would have said, sounds good. How's 9? You do want to actually ask the girl if the time works for her because let's say she's working until 9:30. She's going to have to say no. Let's say that she's actually likes to go to bed by 9:30, so at that point she's going to want to meet earlier, right? So it's always good to actually ask her if the time works for her instead of just assuming, because sometimes, like especially in this situation, because she feels like she already let him down, even though 9 now might be an ideal time for her, she doesn't want to complicate things. She's going to be like, fuck, maybe I'll just finish work early. I'll make it work, right? You don't want a girl be thinking, fuck, I'll make it work. You want her to be like, oh, perfect. Yeah, this time is perfect for me, right? Because that's going to minimize your chance of getting flaked on. So she says, okay, great. Glad I could fit into your busy schedule. And here I think he makes his biggest fuck up. He says, hey, how's your feisty Friday? So he waits until Friday before re-engaging. I would have said, yep, couldn't resist. And I probably would have qualified her. Let's say she has a bunch of tattoos, had to make time for those sexy tattoos. And then I would have said, shoot me your number. So at this point, when you locked in a date, it's very important to move into text because that adds an extra layer and buffer of comfort, right? Because at this point, you know, when you're talking on text, she's gonna feel a little bit more guilty if she needs to flake. And also, one common thing that will happen, even though logically you guys have a date, she might be like, well, you know, he hasn't asked for my number, he hasn't followed up, maybe he's not actually serious about meeting up, and I'm gonna go ahead and make other plans. It may seem crazy to some guys, but that will happen all the time. If a girl thinks that for whatever reason you're not serious, she will preemptively flake on you by making other plans. So you can prevent that, you know, by being more diligent, by getting her number, by texting her a bit back and forth, which is what I would have done. So yeah, this was a mistake, you know, just completely not maintaining any contact until Friday, also not getting her number. And then he double texts, if you're too nervous to meet, I understand, which is a takeaway. She says, I'm sorry, I've been at work all day and just got home. Would you mind if we rescheduled? I wasn't expecting to be working this late. Now, granted, he could have done everything perfect and still gotten a text like this, right? But the odds would have been lower. He says you can make it up tomorrow night at 9. Yeah, this is also a pretty bad text because, again, it's like blindly shooting darts at a dartboard. Because you might get a text like this. I'm not sure if I can tomorrow night. I work pretty late again, right? She might genuinely want to meet him, but she has work. And now you're entering negative compliance, right? Where the girl is getting the habit of saying no to you. You want the opposite of that. You want positive compliance, where the girl's getting in the habit of saying yes to you. So when she says, would you mind if we rescheduled? I wasn't expecting to be working this late. I would have said, sure, but next time you switch up plans on me, I might have to spank you a little with a winky face, right? A little fun and flirty text. She'll be like, ooh, haha, okay, I'll make sure not to, you know, reschedule on you, devil emoji. And then I would have been like, what's your schedule like for next week, right? So he says, what's your schedule like? And she doesn't respond again because he's in a place of negative compliance. The interaction's kind of been like, and then it's kind of like here right now. So I don't know if this is necessarily dead. If I was him, I would give it like 3 or 4 days and I would probably re-engage with something like another takeaway. I probably would say, don't think too hard now, or don't worry, it's not a trick question. Or if he wants to go really hard, he could say, I genuinely didn't take you for the flaky type. You'll definitely get a response to that, but it might be a little bit too harsh for a situation like this. But either way, just by following, you know, all the things I mentioned, there's no guarantee that he would have gotten the date, but the odds definitely would have been higher. All right, hopefully you guys found this breakdown valuable. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see me make a series out of this. We definitely have plenty of text interactions that we could break down. Also, if you're finding value in the videos on this channel, then do me a favor and smash that like button, hit subscribe, click the bell for notification. Seriously, just smash that subscribe button because once we get to 75,000 subs, we're going to release a never-before-seen infield rejection compilation of me. So you're going to get to see me getting rejected over and over again. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.